Baba booey, baba booey. It is time once again for a bit of, well, this. Right. Yeah, so if you didn't get that, this is the 1.89 dev server. So let's kind of go through them then, shall we? Don't care about boats for America. Planes for America. Planes, we've got 2 new planes apparently for America. At least. When I can find it. There we go. That's one. Let's have a look at this. 420mm cannon with this. It is a premium. Whoa. Well, yeah, that I think has got a jet turbine now. Coincidence made. Does it get any ordnance? Oh wow, what a coincidence. Is it at 4.7 battle rating? Even more memes. Yeah, this is basically let me just take a screenshot of that. Yeah, this is an American Wyvern. Effectively speaking, I wouldn't be surprised if that's got a tailhook as well. In which case, it's also a carrier aircraft. Good meme commit. Yeah, it is ugly. I will say that as well. And that is going to be a bundle, I think. No, don't know. Shit. Well, someone might be able to tell you the cost of that. I can't, unfortunately, because I could get that gifted via the content partnership thing. Right, as well as that, we've got this, the AM1 Mauler. Wow, that's totally not like an AD4, is it? And ordnance slow down. Let's have a look at this then. Yeah, totally not an AD4 complete. Carries 3 torpedoes and 12 H4s? What the fuck? That's a pretty sick loadout, I would give it that, but for boats at least. For tanks, not so much, unless it can carry more bombs. That's not bad. That's not bad as well. Yeah, interesting. It's not got a bad ordnance loadout. Even though I wouldn't necessarily say that looks pretty at all. This is the ugly patch, apparently. America loves its cast. It does indeed. Any new jets or anything there? I don't see anything. Unfortunately. For America. Helicopters. No, nothing new. And tanks. Tanks, we've got... Wow. So it's actually rank 7. Okay. This is going to be interesting to use of that much, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to have to spade that out as well. Okay. Actually, let me just check. I just want to check one thing. Does it give missile stock? It does, wow. What a surprise. I was expecting that to be an upgrade. Does it start off with missile skill mate? You have to unlock them via module research. And sold. But next nation 1-2 is Germany. Germany have actually got something new, apparently. Somewhere. They do get a new plane, though. 100% sure of that. The ME-264, which is here at 4.7 battering. So let's have a look at this. She's a big bird. Oof. Right. Armor. Yeah, I thought as much. This plane in IRL, like, didn't get past the prototype stage. So, yeah. I mean, it's got thicker armor on one side than it has on the other. Yeah, okay. And that probably is only one of the pilots. There may be another pilot in there. He doesn't get any armor at all. Maybe. But this is the ME-264. Kind of dubbed the America bomber, or one of the kind of lines of American bombers, I suppose. Both the MG-151s are there. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, I thought to myself when I looked at this, it's only got two 20mm cannon. Yeah, it's only got two 20mm cannon. The rest of the guns are 30mm, which you would think are good, but they're not, like, terrible. And with having a tail gun there, with a very limited fire, I guess, and only being 30mm, basically means that this is stuffed. Anyone attacking from below back there, or from the front, like, just below the nose, they've not got anything to deal with, really. That, and it's just one gun each. So, yeah, this thing's rip. Lots and lots of fuel tanks can made. Liquid cooling system. Okay. What are you doing? You're gunners. For which guns then? There's no controls going away from them. Okay, that's really interesting. They're gunners, apparently. Yeah, the repair cost of that thing's apparently stupid. 42,000, and that is stock. Stock repair cost of 42,000. Oh. I may actually get a test flight on that thing. God damn it. Just so I don't have to fly it more than once. I could do one battle with it, just to say, yeah, this is terrible. Don't fall in for this thing, and then not bother with it anymore. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. I think that's it for Germany. There's another vehicle that's been added for Germany. I should point this out. But the designation on the data mine doesn't match anything in game, I should say. So there may be something in here that I've missed. But I'll be damned if I can actually spot it easily. I've already stared at this for a good minute or so. And I can't see anything there. So, yeah. What is interesting to note, though, is no surface-to-air missile system for Germany. Which is really interesting because I know... Let me just go over to France and I'll point this out. The France are getting a Roland. What's interesting about the Roland? It was a French-German project. It was a collaboration project between France and Germany to create this missile, as far as I'm aware. They've indeed got a similar kind of setup with this, but Gaijin have decided to go, fuck Germany, comrade. You don't get this for the moment. In fact, Germany don't get any SPAA, well, SAMs, self-propelled SAMs even. And the only thing they've got is a gibbet. And a heavy reliance on getting matched with Italy and maybe Russia and France. The Gepard could, yeah, but if it did, that BR would be stonking. It would be down here somewhere. Because missiles mean a lot of difference as far as air-to-air, or surface-to-air goes. Right. A couple of other things I'm going to put out straight away. And this is all to do with batterings and balance and compression, which is still a thing. Obviously, this is the dev server, and with that, I should point out things haven't changed, or may change rather. But big issue being that is still at 10.0. There's not been a BR increase for 1.87, and already we've got the 1.89 dev server. That is still at 10.0 apparently on this dev server, which basically shows to me that Gaijin have they don't care about the top tier balance at all. 10.0 might be the be all or and end all of top tier, and the reason for that is because of things like this that are 8.7 battle range, which are just below the up tier mark for top tier. Quite simply, they're quite happy to keep this compressed in the meantime, whilst they've got such a large income from players buying vehicles like that. Likewise for America with the XM1, T31, T14, Mergash, you know, these are all vehicles that are not going to be fighting against top tier. Well, the XM1 is. No, but things like that, 8.7, etc., etc., 8.3. All of these vehicles will avoid top tier combat because of the battle range. And that is going to stay a thing. 10.0 is just apparently going to be a thing constantly. Gaijin don't want to decompress stuff. Mainly, they say Q times, that's bullshit. It's because of premiums coming. If they decompress stuff, these would be less effective because the game might be more balanced. Right. So yeah, that being said, no battle range changes. Continue as normal, comrade. Nothing new there. They may have some new missile fits or something. I don't really care, to be honest. Let's see. Yeah, nothing new there. Right, Russia boats. Don't care about those. Planes. Can I see anything new there? Right, so it looks like the Russians get 2 new vehicles, maybe. One is possibly a boat. The Grozer, something, maybe. That thing, yeah, there we go. So they get a new boat. That, wow, it's a boat. That's a 9.3 battle rating. That's a nice meme, comrade. Wow. Hull breakable. 9.3 battle rating. Yeah, that's a nice meme, comrade. I'm gonna expect that to get dented. I've said that now. Hull breakable with like 180 GM. Oh, sorry, 2. Choice of 2. 800 mils of pen, yeah, don't care. That's nothing against MBTs at top tier. That is just going to die horribly until Gaijin down to it, which I'm pretty sure they will. Or up to it, depending on BRs and so on, depending on if they actually can be asked to decompress any of this crap, which normally they can't. So we'll still be in the same situation like this next year. Right. What's next then? Britain, I think, yeah. So, Britain, what do we got with these? We've got a new hunter. 9.7 barring, comrade. Whoa! And this... probably isn't, you know, Major League Supersonic. I really wouldn't be surprised. But it does get this. Oh, what a letdown. As per usual. Yeah, I saw a picture of the ordnance loadout for the F6, and god damn it gets a shit ton of options. Well, in real life it did. In this game though, it gets 3. 3 different ordnance loadouts. Right. We also get a new boat, the Southampton. This thing. New boat. A new boat. For Britain. That's a heavy cruiser, I think, or cruiser of some sort. I'd guess it to be a heavy, considering the armor, but let's have a look. Light cruiser. Okay, means. Onto the tank. So they get the Stormer, which is this. And the Stormer gets some ridiculous missiles. I'll quite happily state that. You thought that the Tunguska was bad for surface-to-air engagements? You have not seen anything yet if this is anything like it should be IRL. The missiles from this travel at over Mach 4. And they are called Starstreak HVMs. I believe that stands for Hyper Velocity Missile. Like I say, Mach 4, right? Mach 4 basically means that that's doing 4 times the speed of any jet in game currently. Okay? Second thing I should point out, alright? You can't use any countermeasures against this missile. Countermeasures don't work. Okay? What else should I point out? Oh yeah, third point is you can use it against ground units. GG. Right, let me just do a quick test drive of this and see how messed up it is, because I'm guessing there'll be some funky issues. As per usual. Okay, this is stock, so the rotation of the turret and so on is a bit funky. Okay. Whoa. Hey. Spinny things were. Okay, well that's that one dead. Next one. No, not T-64. There's another plane over there. There we go. There you go. So yeah, right. As far as these missiles go, I did a bit of reading up about them because I was kind of interested to see what the deal was with them. They're kind of a bit special. When you see that little spinny twirly thing, yeah. If I just show you the front of the vehicle, right? You can see that I've fired 3. Well, each missile is basically, yeah, well, it's more of a carrier for 3 other missiles within that missile. When it fires, the main missile accelerates up to speed, I believe, and then they deploy. And what you then see after that are basically 3 tungsten darts that have a I'm not sure about proximity fuse, but they are basically aimed to penetrate the target and explode. Which means that you've got a kind of almost an APDS missile traveling at Mach 4. And by that, I mean you can do stuff like this, right? This is an issue, shield kit. Not got a lot of armor, I will say that, but you can use it against that. I didn't actually get him. Okay. That did that. But if you see there was actually 2 penetrations on the vehicle. There's one there and one there, even though there's only one missile fighting. Alright, let me just move to a better position and I'll try and get a shot into the side of this over here. I think I do have a chance of penetrating the side armor on the Russian vehicles, but from the front, I don't think so. So I'm not going to waste my time with that, and I'll go for a side hit. But basically, for every missile you're firing with this, you've got 3 almost APFSDS sub-penetrators that also launch off from the missile, or have 3 chances even of penetrating. Okay, so just watch the hit cam on this one. Non-penetration, that's too close actually, I think. I'd guess. 2 shots left. I don't think there's any reloads, or maybe there is. Yeah, we do have a reload at least of something. Hit. Okay. Or 3 dots, you can see that there. Alright, so now they reload, and it's a full reload. Things of penetrations. Let's try again. Non-penetration. So you don't have enough penetration to go through the side of that. But against IFVs, this can work. That much I'm pretty sure. Just that there aren't any in this particular battle for me to test one. As far as I'm aware. No. Okay. So it's something for Britain to mainly use against helicopters and planes. Which is nice. However, against tanks, not so good. Right, so with Britain, I've got that. We've had a look at the plane, we've had a look at the boat. So yeah, that's about it, I think, for Britain. As far as this patch goes. Well, 1.89. As far as Japan goes, we get a new... Oh god, what have they done now? Why is it not in the tech tree? Is it going to be a rare event vehicle or something stupid? Right, I was going to give you a big spiel about a vehicle that Japan, might be getting. Exclamation point. Question mark. But it's apparently not there. So I don't have to. The vehicle in question is the Type 16. But apparently I think... Wait a minute. No, it's not actually listed there. I thought it may be a cross-designation between, boats and tanks, but it's not. There's no Type 16 there. There is, however, a Type 16 in the Japanese military, and the Type 16 is kind of like the Centauro. So I was looking at that earlier and just thinking to myself, that could be, quite viable. But it's not there. It's not there. So, as someone's wrote in chat, could be for Operation Summer Event. Yep, there's the Type 16 model that Yogi's just shown me. However, it's not in the tech tree, so I can't test drive it. I can't do anything with it at all. I can tell you a bit about it, but that's it. But yeah, it's kind of a viable vehicle. It's better than some other magical vehicle they're going to throw in, maybe. It's better than a Jeep with toes on, at least, anyway. Right. Other vehicles we're getting. This one, maybe? Where? Who likes Japanese heavy fighters? Ooh, nice Japanese heavy fighters. Because there's another one coming, at least. There's this one as well. Oh look, it's got guns under the nose. Who would have thought they would have done that? And no rear turret. 2 30mm with 120 rounds, so that's 60 rounds per gun, and 2 20mm with 350 rounds per gun. Anything else there? I don't think there is. Which means we're on to the boats. Now, as far as the boats go, I'm going to actually do that after I've looked at the other two, because, yeah, boats. I shouldn't really need to say anything else about that, because, yeah, I don't think people are going to be shouting in chat to show me the Japanese boats, please. At least, not yet. As far as Italy goes, some good news, sort of. They get a rank 6 premium. And the reason why they get a rank 6 premium at 8.7, coincidentally, AXA, is because can anyone guess? Yeah, can anyone guess? It's the Ariete. It's at the same background as the pre-series. So the actual production version of the Ariete is at rank 7, but has the same bat rate as the pre-series, which is at rank 6. The difference in the models is astonishing. Quite literally. Not really, it's not at all. I'm just taking the piss as normal. It's even got the same crappy level of armor as the pre-series as well. No wonder it's at the same bat rating then. Yeah, rip. I mean, what do I need to say about that? Do you want me to say anything about that? Do you want me to pull that apart and just say, look, this has less armor than an XM1 and is at 0.7 bat rating higher? There you go. It's also slower. Gets worse guns. It's got MG3s under roof, apparently. And slow firing gun, probably worse slow speed, reverse speed as well. Look at that lower front plate. Oh god, and no armor there. So yeah, it's basically the same as that, but kind of worse probably. Well done, Guy Poop. Anyway, on to France. So France get the Roland and the Claire. They also get the Super AMX-30. Let's have a quick look at this comical machine. Another pay-to-win vehicle added in Dispatch. So, what do you think is going to happen with that then? Well, not much really, at a guess. That's what I'm going to guess at. It's like API 50S, yeah, of course. That's why it's the premium. And that's why it's 8.7 bat rating as well, commit. So, yeah, memes. Good memes. The Roland is here. I did have a quick look at this before. Let's have another quick look. Interesting chassis. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's an AMX-30 chassis that's been altered somewhat. But that's a two-shot launcher, so it's actually not as good as the other surface-to-air missile systems in game that we're going to be getting. In that it's only got 2 shots and then it has to reload. But it may mean that it reloads 1 at a time rather than 8, which is what the other 2 do, or 3. As far as the missile goes with this, honestly I'm not sure, so I'm going to give it a quick test drive and just Wait a minute. It should just show me in the modifications. Think about it. But this is War Thunder, so it's not going to tell me. Guidance system semi-automatic. Okay. And the second one, semi-automatic. 8.5 kilometer of maximum range. Let's see. No zoom. And no proximity fuse. Oh no, there we go. Got him. Never mind. Where's your other friend? Best turret rotation. Get stuck, comrade. Alright, it's not actually reloading that missile. Well, that makes perfect sense. And it's not even fired it. What? Okay. Ready, yes, coming. Also, we'll point out there's no zoom. Wait a minute. What? Oh, there is a zoom. Okay. Never mind. Okay, so now it's reloading. I can't rotate the turret whilst it's reloading. Apparently. There we go. Now it's reloaded. Right. Now these you cannot use against ground units. We can apparently use them against ground units. I stand corrected. Interesting. Didn't know that. Okay, right, so that's the road. Let's have a quick look at the clerk. Right, so the Leclerc. The much anticipated Leclerc. Okay, interesting. It's missing the Russian bias log off the back. It's got the rank for it. At least I think that's for the Russian bias log. It might actually be for fuel tanks or drums. Okay. Armor-wise. Order Megenius 50, 35, 24. 4. Okay. Right, so yeah, dev server front times. No low front plate composite protection. That's a problem. Sort of, if you're not hold down. If you're hold down though, yeah, you've got that. However much that is going to be. And at the moment, it's saying equivalent protection against. There you go. So, whatever that is. Because quite literally, I don't know. It isn't telling me. I will say, though, that is pretty thick. It's also got a nice slope in there as well. That also looks pretty thick. But how that compares with the O2A5 or anything else is a different matter. I'd say that's actually probably around about similar to an Abrams or the O2A5 for that matter. But this is Gaijin we're talking about. So, yeah. Like, that's going to matter. It's got composite at the back. I mean, yeah, on the sides to protect that. The only problem, though, big problem with this, yep, I can see that straight away. You've not got blowout panels for the ammo. And it's got a front rack as well. Also, a very nicely placed fuel tank there to cook your crew. Plenty of fuel. But yeah, that is a problem. I mean, it's got composite protection there. You are right. That's good. That's not a bad thing at all. But that isn't thick. It's not as thick as the front. The side protection is going to be interesting to see what that'll be, if you understand what I mean. As will be whether or not this does actually get blowout panels, because at the moment it doesn't look like it does, in which case any frontal pens that get back here are boom time for this vehicle. Any side-on penetrations back here are also boom time for the vehicle. Likewise, any shots to this fuel tank here are probably going to kill the vehicle if you've got too much ammo in it. As far as the armour goes, another thing as well is this. 30 mils of roof armour. 10 mils there. Oh dear. Yeah, this is not going to have a... Well, yeah, it's dead. If any aircraft comes after this, all they have to do is drop AP rounds or a rocket into that area. 20 mils of armour is what's protecting the ammo racks at the back from the roof. So, yeah. That's where you're going to get this thing murdered, I guess. Well, I say that with surface road missiles being what they are going to be. Yeah, I shouldn't really say that, to be honest, because that's going to be a real game changer as far as top tier goes, I think. It's basically going to mean that there's going to be no CAS for any nations used. Right. Stock ammo is a heat round. Who really saw that not coming? Okay, anything else? No new helicopters. No new planes. Oh, sorry, F-86K, yeah. Did forget about that. Bring that up. And that gets some kind of ordnance. Oh, wow, 2 missiles. That's all it gets as well. So, that's pretty much almost everything looked at, actually. The only thing I think I've not looked at yet is this. Right, so yeah, I just wanted to have a look at those rather than waffle on about them because, yeah, well, I mean, what to say? It's to start a tech tree for Japanese bows in War Thunder. Is that a good thing? In certain respects, yes, it is certainly a good thing. They're adding more units. But, big but being that they've not done anything with the gameplay. So the gameplay is going to blow chunks. The only difference, it's going to be Japanese flavoured chunks rather than other nation chunks. So, test drive of that. APDS belts. Of course, because I know this as well, actually. I remember Grandel telling me. APDS, this is the same Vulcan, by the way, as on the M163. APDS on this was a thing because the Navy wanted it, but the military around it didn't. Sorry, the Army didn't. So they ended up with just a AP round for the military, and the Navy gets APDS, which is what this is, and it's the American Navy as well. I should point out. So why is the gun pointing up into space? Oh, that's right. Okay. It wants to shoot the plane. Oh God, that's pathetic. Also, I've not got any control over it. Oh, no, it's aiming. Wait, what? Oh, you know what? I think this is broken. If it's got the hydroplanes up, maybe. I don't know. It also overheats like a mother. I think the other ammo may be the better option here. Oh. Got a bit of a hole as well, apparently. Who needs the front of the boat when you're a hydroplane anyway? Speed is good, but the mortars are smoke mortars, from what I can tell. Not explosives at all. Can I shoot myself? No. Why? I can. Yeah, the biggest problem that this thing has is what? 4-man crew? 5 men? 6 men? Yeah, lack of men. I think that might be a problem with it. Aha! Right. So, what to say about the Japanese naval stuff? Well, yeah, it's pretty much in the same boat, if you pardon the pun, as the rest of the stuff, really. In that it's in a pretty much dead game mode. So, although there will be the die-hard fans that will want to play through all of this, that there's no longevity there. There's no end game. Currently, anyway. I mean, we've got down from light cruisers to heavy cruisers now, but we're still missing battle cruisers, battleships, dreadnoughts if you want to put them in as well, and aircraft carriers, if we get them. So, all of that being said, that basically is another 2 ranks. If you put battle cruisers at rank 5 and battleships at rank 6, then rank 7 is going to be the domain of aircraft carriers, I guess. Dreadnoughts before battleships. You think? I'm not sure if dreadnoughts are even going to get in, to be honest. If they do, then they'll just be scattered throughout the territories, depending on their capabilities. I mean, they'll have armour, obviously, so maybe that will make all the difference, but a lot of the dreadnoughts were designed at the turn of the century, and that didn't take into consideration top armour for dealing with planes. Likewise, air defences were, generally speaking, lesser as well. If at all, a thing. I mean, the BRs, as far as boats go, they're just as bad as they are for tanks in certain respects. Planes, actually, for the most part, are quite well balanced in terms of time period. For the most part, there are a few oddities here and there that don't necessarily kind of follow those kind of rules. But for the most part, aircraft, I think, are better balanced and also more kind of in line with almost historical balancing, I suppose, to a certain extent. Like I say, there are certain planes that don't follow that rule, but there are also tanks that do the same thing. It's part of the game. I see them leaning more towards the World War mode system, so they never have to fix BR. Yeah, but boats don't have World War mode at the moment, do they? Yeah, that I did notice that as well, by the way. Dwayne, I'm not gonna lie, whichever one that was. That one, was it? Yeah, this one. That's so post-war. When I first looked at that, I was like, that's post-war. 100% that's post-war. I mean, there's obvious signs. The turret for a start. That. No. And this. God damn it. That is a missile launcher. Right there. It does have torpedoes. It's got 6 torpedoes, right? There's 8 shots there for a start. These are the torpedo launchers here. 3 there, 3 there. That's a missile launcher. Is that listed there? We forgot to mention it, Kamid. And that's a 3.3 barrel rating, which is the same as that, which gets the Vulcan. Does it have it in the mods? Good point. Let's have a look. Probably not. Nah. Didn't think so. You see, what I'm thinking of that they're doing is obviously they're just filling out these territories for a start. When we start getting up to the higher tier stuff, then we might start to see more post-war stuff with surface-to-air missiles. Surface missiles, who knows? Who really knows? I mean, as far as that goes, surface-to-air missiles, or surface-to-surface for that matter, they are in, what is it, the German territory as well? At least one of their ships has that capability, or that weapon system mounted. The Russians definitely use those post-war. Likewise did the Americans. The British, sort of, yeah. So, wouldn't be surprised if that comes as well. And tech is already in game Eldraine. It's just a case of when Gaijin get round to adding it, or if they want to add it at any particular point. At the moment, it's not really work. It wouldn't really work if you understand what I mean. There's not enough here for the to kind of spread out the battle range and so on. As far as another thing goes, for example, Gaijin have also said that they're going to do something with these, the spotter planes on ships, and what that's going to be, I have no idea. It might be a case that you take control of the plane, or it might be just a case that you get enhanced like spotting things or stuff. Yeah, I mean we're still at the same situation with this game. At the end of the day, we're at the stage of it's still showing potential, but it's not got the meat of it, if you understand what I mean. It's kind of like you go into a what's it called, a shop, a food shop, yeah, like groceries, supermarket type thing, and the bakery part has a really good looking cake or pie. I'll go with pie actually, and it's labelled as being full of all sorts of amazing flavours and so on and so forth. And you buy it and you get home, and then you sit down to eat it, and then you open it up, or you could open with your knife, and it's empty, and yet left with pastry. That's this game. Minimum fuel level can be 4 minutes or 3 minutes even. Wow. Is there any point? And it red lines at 500 miles an hour at this altitude. This has got a broken flight model. I'm going to say that now. It's going to get nerfed heavily at some point. Whether or not it's going to be nerfed before it gets put in game is a different matter. But the flight model for this is duff. It's faster than the Wyvern, which is 0.3 battle rate higher than it, and I would probably guess more manoeuvrable. I mean, chased a MiG-15 BIS down. Sure, it was being flown by AI, but yeah. It seems surprisingly good for a 4.7 aircraft. Sparkles. Sparkles, comrades. More sparkles. The sparkles have returned! Oh! Look at these sparkles! Oh my god! The sparkles! The sparkles! Okay, what? Wow. Maybe those sparkles actually did things. The cacks. The cacks are real, comrades.